on the light. Kabido, separate the news from the noise. Kabido News, speak the truth, give the voices a voice. Slingshots fly, the victims cry. Your word, your bond, testify. Kabido News, the voice that cuts through the lies.
We are Kabido Content Media. Can we know you, sir?
My pleasure and welcome. I am Dr. John Markus Ayuba. I come from Samaru Katav, Nzango Katav local government, and I was a university teacher in Ahmadu Bello University, then a banker several years, and I came to South Kaduna State as a Commissioner of Finance and later on Water Resources under the governments of Sir Patrick Ibrahim Yakowa and Ramala Yero. Since then, I've joined politics. I'm now with the African Democratic Congress. I'm happy you've asked that question. Those who know me and the life I have lived, I've tried to live a disciplined life. I've also always believed that where things are not done correctly, I must never be found there. The PDP has had problems for a long period of time, so it's understandable and acceptable that one should wait and see those things. But I had stayed long enough in the PDP and witnessed the deterioration in the party, the indiscipline in the party. And one thing that made me to make up my mind to leave was that rather than being an aberration of things happening in the party, it became the grand norm, or it became the order of the day. Never seen a thing like this, and that is why I gave up hope that the party had gone beyond redemption. So I had to leave to the ADC.
Yeah, is the ADC bringing anything new?
The ADC is bringing a number of new things. If you look at the constitution of the ADC, it has provision very clearly that provide for the sanctioning of members. You would ask me, is there no such provision in the PDP? Yes, there is. Secondly, some of the members that left the PDP before me, they are people that I believe in. The acting national chairman of the party today, I believe is a disciplined person. So are some of the people who are in the national leadership of the party. Beyond that, I think it's a new beginning for most of us in the ADC. And we're coming in at a level that we will ensure that the level of indiscipline that permeated the PDP does not happen. Because it looked like some people had become landlords in the PDP and nothing could be done to them. They look like they are the foundation members of the party, or they have been ex this and ex that, and because of that, nothing can be done to them. So let's go to a party which is relatively new, which doesn't have this baggage, and right from day one, we ensure that that discipline is maintained. If you listen to the statement by the acting national chairman on behalf of the current National Working Committee, he said the number one issue the party will tackle is indiscipline. We've set it very clearly, and the standards are very high. Maybe the PDP didn't have such standards. That's why people, it was an all-comers thing. That's why people could do what they wanted to do and go scot-free.
is your take on this?
I would say, as a leader, not just of a party, as a leader of a state, it is an unfortunate statement. It is not good to denigrate any section of this state for whatever reason. As a leader, you are expected to be accommodating of all shreds of opinion, of all shreds of as long as those attitudes or those opinions don't violate existing laws. I mean, in politics, who says that people are not looking for their interests? There's nothing wrong with people asking for their interests, because that is what politics is all about. So for me, I think it's an unfortunate statement to denigrate people for saying they have a sense of entitlement. Entitlement of the resources that belong to everybody in the state. So that is my perception, is that that statement was certainly, not warranted. That in the past 10 years of the APC, their life has improved. Absolutely not there. I've lived in this country all through this period, and I know that today, a lot of the middle class that was created in 15 years of the PDP has all gone. I don't know if there's any middle class anymore. In fact, we have just a class of those that have and the class of those that don't have. Go to any filling station today. Go to the filling station that sells fuel at the cheapest price, which is the one they call the mega stations. Look at the number of cars that are there. Today, I want to buy fuel in a filling station. There were not more than 2 cars there. I initially thought there was no fuel until I got in there and the petrol attendants were beckoning to me. I meant to get my car to that side to take fuel. Do we need any suits? I mean, what do we call those? I mean, those people that read the signs. You don't need a sign reader to be able to tell you that things are really bad. If you go to the hospitals today and you see the number of people that are lying on the floor, all in search of treatment, was that what we had 15 years ago or 10, let's say 10 years ago? Is that what we had? Things are so bad. We had governance that provided inputs for the poor for them to live. We had situations where people came and said that farming is a commercial activity. Of course, it is a commercial activity for those who produce to sell. But for the person who is producing only to feed himself and his family, it can never be a commercial activity. It's a subsistence activity. So we have moved governance away from the people we should be governing, the people that matter and they constitute the largest number of Nigerians, the people we should be concerned about. Malnutrition today, something I never heard of 10 years ago. Today, if you go to households, if you go to hospitals and you see the number of children that are malnourished, not to talk of the adults that are malnourished. I'm not going to see myself as a politician at that point in time. It is, how am I surviving? I'm a Nigerian that is fighting to survive. It's not just that I'm looking for power.
Thank you for being our guest today. And I hope anytime we come around, knock at your door, you will open the door for us.
It's always my pleasure, and I've always enjoyed being in your studios. Thank you very much, too.
Thank you.